All right, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that new car prices are ridiculous and so are used car prices too. Now we have two of the traditionally mass market automakers saying, you know what, not so fast. We want to get in on the fun too. Pops, we had Jack Hollis, who runs sales in North America for Toyota, saying, $50,000 average transaction price for a new Toyota. That sounds about right. And Mazda coming out with an exciting new announcement as far as they're concerned. Electrification, and going up market. Dad, there's a dichotomy going on in the car business, and these two automakers, they're choosing which side they're on.
Well, apparently, Mazda, who had always been much more of a consumer-friendly, price-conscious brand, has decided to join some of the other major Asian brands in going up market. I mean, Toyota came out yesterday, Jack Hollis, as you said, came out, and they expect average transaction prices to exceed $50,000 this year. Okay, Toyota, when they first came to the States, they were an inexpensive, high-quality vehicle that was mass market. Today, they're giving up market share to go more upscale, higher pricing. And apparently, Mazda thinks that that's a good way to go, so they're going to try and replicate what Toyota's doing, because they're coming out with the new CX-90 and the CX-70, and these are going to be higher priced vehicles that are more upmarket. Well, who's left to take care of all those consumers out there that still want new cars, that find anything over $40,000 to be well above what they can afford? Hey, you can get 25% off with our car buying help just by saying Gold 25.
And Dad, good news. You can also save $100 on an extended warranty. Use Gold 100. Offer ends at the end of the month. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, saving of the gold for everybody concerned.
Tom Donnelly, the CEO of Mazda North America, came out and said, we're moving up market. As we go towards electric vehicles, we're also going to go towards luxury vehicles. And so you have these brands. We've seen Nissan do it. Dad, Nissan came out with their Aria, starting price point well north of what the average transaction price for a new car should be. You have all these automakers essentially playing the same playbook. They see how Ford, GM, Ram even have gone up market with their full-size pickup trucks and average transaction prices north of $65,000. And they're all saying, let's get in on the fun. But to your point, Dad, the impact on the consumer's wallet and the consumer's pocketbook is non-trivial. This is these are film videos. This is a ton of money. This is a ton of money. And the affordability of these vehicles continues to plummet and go downhill. The implications for consumers here are there's many. There are a ton of implications for consumers.
Well, I think one of the implications is that we're realizing that there's going to be fewer and fewer brands that want to cater to lower income middle America. Now, one of those brands that could see an uptick in business because of Mazda's move could be Mitsubishi. There's a brand that has always been a value brand. It has not been thought of as highly as some of the other Asian brands, but they tend to make quality vehicles. They've made some very exciting vehicles in the past, but this gives them an opportunity to concentrate on the lower entry price points with their Mirage and their new crossover vehicles, so that maybe they'll become much more of a major player for people of modest means, I suspect.
But Pops, was this not, so whether it's Mitsubishi or someone else, does this not feel eerily similar, and I know you were around for it, to when Toyota actually came to the United States in the first place? It was in the late 50s, early 60s. Toyota came to the United States, and now they are the global leader in vehicle production, and their strategy was high quality, fair price, and they grew rapidly. Okay. Yeah. Is this not setting the stage for someone to do the exact same thing again in 2023 and beyond? Fair price, quality vehicle. Whether that's Mitsubishi or someone else, it is, at least in my opinion, Dad, I think there's a business strategy here of upmarket and luxury. Toyota's doing it. Mazda's doing it. Mazda's saying they're doing it. It's
Yeah.
mind-boggling to me. And then there's the other strategy, which was the playbook Toyota ran in 1958 or 61, whenever the heck it was, which is quality, fair price. Someone is going to come in and fill that void. It is too lucrative not to.
Well, if most of your major manufacturers abandon that segment of the market, yes, somebody should be able to come in and claim,
Which they are, Dad. They are abandoning it.
They are, but so that would allow someone to come in and gain market share in that area of the industry, and it will be much needed. I mean, the average person finds it difficult to afford a $40,000 plus vehicle. And if average transaction prices are going to be in excess of $50,000, that cuts out even more people. So there will be a large segment of society that will desperately want new vehicles that are priced somewhere between $15,000 and $40,000. Now, the vehicles that will fall in the $15,000 to $20,000 range will probably be a handful of vehicles, but there can be a large number of vehicles in the $20,000 to $40,000 price range, and whatever manufacturers decide that's the sandbox they're going to play in, they're going to see huge gains in market share because there will be pent-up demand from American car consumers who couldn't afford to go above the $40,000 price range. So they'll be ready to jump on that boat.
For those of you who think $50,000 as the average entry point for a new vehicle is not fair, please let us know in the comments down below. We have guides actually back on the CarEdge.com website talking about the new cars that have the cheapest entry points, and there are still some. Finding inventory for them can be difficult, but we're here to help with that. I'm very curious to get our community's reaction to this. Something tells me they're going to be equally as disappointed as you and I are. Pops, we think this is a strategic misstep for all the automakers to simply go upmarket and say screw you to those who can't afford a $50,000 purchase. And honestly, man, you and I, like, we can afford to. I rent an apartment. You own your place. I can't imagine buying a $50,000 car. I just can't.
It's hard to imagine buying a $40,000 car. It really is. And you know, I say that my car had a list price of $42,000. Trust me, I paid nowhere near $42,000 for my car. You know, maybe it's because I still have friends in the business, but the point is that most people, a large percentage of the population, cannot afford cars once you cross that $40,000 plateau.